It was a very, very shocking incident that took place and at this moment, a lot of questions are being asked. Let me very quickly go across, in fact, to PRO Delhi Police. She's joining us at this moment. Ma'am, thank you so much for speaking to NDTV. I want to start by asking you, how, first of all, what is the status as far as this case is concerned? We know that the accused has been nabbed. Could you tell us the entire operation, how it was conducted by the police?
Ankit, the case is still under active investigation, so I won't be able to go into the nitty-gritties of the case, but I must tell you that yesterday, late in the evening, we had received the information that a girl has been stabbed multiple times, and she's been thereafter our team had gone there, and subsequent to that FIR was registered and multiple teams were made to identify the accused and then to nab the accused. So that has been done.
Ms. Nalwa, could you also tell us, the questions are being raised about the brazen manner in which this entire crime took place. Multiple stabbings. The girl was brutally, in fact, stabbed. Then her head was smashed with a rock as well. People are raising questions that, how is it that in the national capital, somebody has had so much courage that he could go in public and commit a crime like this? Is there somewhere a question about beat patrolling, policing as well in this?
I would not link it to that, because these are the crimes of passion and you can't expect a beat constable to be present everywhere. I must tell you that in this instant case, the beat constable came to know of the incident through one of the people who was crossing there. There was no PCR call, nobody informed the police. It was the presence of the beat constable that we were able to reach the scene as soon as possible. Within few minutes, the whole team was there. So I would not link it to that.
Ms. Anwar, this is also, more or less a similar area where a few, months back, a sensational case took place in which a woman was first hit by a car and then dragged for many kilometers. Even at that point of time, these questions were raised about, the beat policing, the check nakas and other preparations as far as the police is concerned. Why is it that this area is so prone to such crimes, and what are the steps proactively that the police is taking to get these numbers down?
First of all, it was not the same area. This was the outer north district where this incident happened. The earlier incident was in outer district where it started. However, they are in the outskirts of Delhi. These areas are socio-economically, psychologically very different from the New Delhi or the urban areas that we see. These are semi-urban areas. So there the socio-economic status and the psychological and sociological aspects are very different. So that's why they require a different treatment, and for that we have a robust system of beat patrolling. We know the people there. The beat constables are constantly on the roads and connecting with the society to make sure that these kind of crimes do not happen. If they happen, they are reported immediately and action is taken, and the accused are nabbed as soon as possible.
DCP Nalwa, let me quote some figures to you, and this is the NCRB data of 2021, which says that Delhi recorded about 13,892 cases of crime against women in 2021, which is a significant surge of more than 40% compared to the previous year in 2020. When you look at these figures, ma'am, don't you think that there needs to be more robust planning as far as prevention of such crimes is concerned?
When we talk about statistic, we cannot just say that, this is a statistic and the crime is rising. You have to study the statistic. There has to be an interpretation to it. The increase in statistic could be one reason that police is reaching out. We have had many campaigns where we have, kind of reached out to women to report crime. We are making it easier for them. We started the public facilitation desks, the pink booths, so that, and we are increasing the representation of women in the police. We are constantly going into the media and telling them that there is a presence of a woman cop in the police station in all over Delhi at all hours. So we are reaching out. We have had so many campaigns on FM also, so that we can educate women on how easy it is for them to reach out to us. So you can't say that statistics definitely means there is a the proportionate increase in crime. It could be the increased reachability of Delhi police also. Then you have to see the segregation. You can't club the whole ambit of crime against women into one category. So you have to segregate and you have to know what are you talking about, whether it's crimes which are happening at home. If you look at, if I have to quote the statistics, then I must tell you, when we are talking about rape, when we are talking about murders, most of them are committed by the near and dear ones. They are within the family. If I have to quote, I would say more than 95% of the cases, the accused is known to the victim. So we should not be just looking at the statistic. We should be looking at the reasons why they are happening.
Ms. Nalwa,
rather than
just like you said,
projecting the figures to.
Like you said, put statistics in in account. While you're saying that more people are coming out and possibly reporting the crimes, that does put more onus on the Delhi police to ensure also that the graph of the crime does come down. The answer could not just be that there are more people coming out and reporting such crimes. That means you failed at this moment, at least as a deterrent force.
Ankit, I would definitely disagree with you, because I am not here to threaten anyone. I am here to enforce the law. The punishment is meted out by the courts, not by police. My duty is to nab the culprits, to make sure that they go for trial and it's a fair trial that is given, and I collect all the evidence to ensure that the culprit is booked and given the highest punishment. We take crime against women very seriously, and that's the reason that we are also planning to increase the representation of women in Delhi police. By 2025, we hope to be 25% of the police force. That is again so that we are able to give a good treatment to the victim also. We are able to empathize with them, and all out efforts are being made to make sure that the crimes are less. We have had Nirbhik boxes put in the school so that children who are going to school, they can report anonymously if something is happening. If they are unable to talk to anyone, then we have had helplines especially for women, so that they can talk to women cops if they are uncomfortable in talking to a male cop.
Right.
And of course, presence in the police station. We are also having all women police PCR vans also. So we are reaching out, we are ensuring. So now we have, with the kind of resources we have, we want to.
Ma'am, so you've told me very robust and comprehensively how the Delhi police reacts to crimes, but isn't prevention also part of your duty? Planning that such crimes don't take place?
This is prevention. When I am reaching out to the girl child, I am reaching out to the girl child through my Nirbhik boxes. I am going to the schools and telling them how law is supporting them. I am telling them how they can reach to me. I am having my Sashakti campaigns. It's not just to teach them self-defense. It is how they can reach me, how I am accessible, how Delhi police is reaching out to you to make it possible for you to reach to me. So it has got a large psychological aspect in it also.
Is there a sense, ma'am, that there is...
It is not just that once a crime is reported and then we investigate it. It is also about how I am reaching out.
Is there a sense, ma'am, that there is possibly... as the allegation right now, and of course it's in the political ambit, that there is no fear of the Delhi police as far as criminals are concerned. Are you concerned about that?
I do not comment on political this thing. I can only talk about the cases that are under investigation, and if there is any update, I can give it to you. I don't comment on politics.
But are you worried as a Delhi police PRO about the image of Delhi police, that when people say that there is no fear of law?
Again, I will not comment on a political...
this is not political, ma'am. I'm talking about, because you are the public relations officer of Delhi police. Are you worried about the public thinking that there is...
Ankit, you are talking about some people. Ankit, then we will have to talk about how many people are talking in favor, out favor. It is not the vote bank that I am after. I'm doing my work, I'm projecting that, and that's what I'm concerned about. That I'm able to project what I am doing.
As a police officer, are you also worried, ma'am, that in this case as well, and in many other cases, we have seen the public just walking very calmly when such a brutal crime is taking place? Nobody takes cognizance. You said that there was no PCR call, but there are multiple people walking across when this crime is taking place. Are you worried that the people are not, at least they should be reporting crime? The public apathy?
Public apathy, of course, it is a cause of concern, because the whole social fabric is based on social relationships, on people caring about one another. So if that breaks down, that means there is a breakdown of society. So that is, of course, a cause of concern, and we need to do something about it, that this social apathy may be, it can somehow, we can reach out to each other, we can help each other. So that is a cause of concern.
Ma'am, what would you suggest to people, those who are watching right now, that if they are witnessing any gruesome crime, what is the least that a citizen can do?
I would suggest that our helpline, emergency helpline number is 112. I would suggest that any person who comes across any crime that is happening, they report it at 112, so that it comes to our knowledge and we are able to respond to it as soon as possible.
Ma'am, my last question to you, is there any religious angle that you have so far seen in this case? Because a lot of people are trying to give it a religious color. This could also be create a law and order situation, inflame passions. Is there any religious angle as far as this case is concerned?
This is the first time I have heard it from you, so I'll have to look into it. I can't comment on it. I have not seen any religious angle so far.
There are leaders of the BJP, those who are calling it a case of love jihad.
So I will have to come back to you on that one.
Ma'am, thank you so much for taking the time out and speaking to us.
The accused has only recently been...
Okay. Sure, ma'am. Go ahead. Go ahead, ma'am.
The accused has recently been arrested and he is being brought in, and the investigation will continue. So we have to, still investigate it. It's not that the accused has been arrested and the case has ended. So we still have to do a lot of work, lot of investigation, a lot of evidence that has to be collected. So I can come back to you on that at a later stage.
Thank you so much, ma'am. A pleasure having you on the broadcast, and took all the questions, concerns as far as citizens are concerned. Thank you so much for speaking to NDTV.